Afternoon, folks. Saturday afternoon. Short day at work. So, came home. Taylor Childress doing Purgatory, if you're interested. Short day at work. Ran in, ran out. Just had to get shit squared away because long and drawn out explanations, but it doesn't matter because came home and just made 6 pounds of chicken cutlets because the cutlets were on sale. We're gonna do cooking videos. There's a million out there. If you really need advice, ask. Today we're going to take a look at Firestone Union-Jack-ipa. Firestone Union-Jack-ipa. Pleasantly surprised with this. You know, normally I'm not a big IPA guy. It's not really my scene. But she's actually quite tasty and well tempered. So let's do that voodoo that we do so well. Let's crack, pour. Yes, the glass is dirty, but it's dirty with the same beer. Crack, pour, temp, SRM. I will read you specs. I do like these muffin top glasses. They tend to work really, really well with these IPAs. She is nucleated, although she's not as fizzy as she could be. It's a nice head though. Dense at the bottom, loose at the top. And that should give you a look. She's a little more frothy than creamy, but nothing I would freak out over. So far, so good. Let me double check the camera angle. Nope, we're good. Alrighty, so from their webpage, we're looking at 7% for the ABV. 60 are the IBUs. That's a surprise. I did not see that at all. And they gave the color as a 10. I don't know how they're scaling. She has a nice rich gold. All right, we'll call her a 10. Maybe they are doing 1 to 100. What do I know? Let's get the probe in here, see what's going on. We're going to make like the aliens and probe it, except it's a beer, so there's no bad place to probe it to. Normalized temperature at 48, and then 50, now 51, 52, 52. So let me take her out of the refrigerator. Gotta stop leaving them on the door, I guess. Anyway, we're outside the approved range. But that's not going to stop us, because we don't play by those rules, man. Biden time. Let's get that sniffer in there. So she's piney. You know how I feel about piney. I'm not a pine guy. Look, you do you. If you want to lick beaver butthole, you go for it. But it is not my idea of a good flavor. That being said, this pine isn't particularly overpowering. It looks like she's tempered out really nice. Huge flavor that packs a punch. This Union Jack, an icon of the West Coast IPA style for those who like their beer loud and proud. Well, we obviously should be drinking it during June then, right? So the hops in the kettle are CTZ, so Charlie Tango Zulu, Cascade Centennial, and then the dry hop is Cascade Centennial, Simcoe, Citra, Amarillo, and Chinook, whatever you want to pronounce it. Nice. Fermented in 100% stainless steel vessel, and the malts we're looking at are 2-row Munich and Crystal Light. Union Jack is the IPA that helped blaze the trail for the revolutionary West Coast style, named for the British lion who co-founded our brewery. Union Jack is hopped to high hell, yet eminently balanced from start to finish. We'll get to that, but yeah. This is a fad-proof IPA for any hophead. Pronounced pineapple, citrus, and pine aromas with intense flavors of grapefruit and tangerine, all balanced by a hint of malt sweetness. I got none of that shit. Perfectly honestly, I got none of it. What I got was just a really nice, not overly piney, not overly brutal beer. Now that we know what's in it, let's see what we can pull out. Lacing fans, it looks like she's going to do her magic for us. Salute. Comes in, nice mouthfeel, intradentals, soft palate, not a whole lot going on into the tongue. Fast, moderately dirty, not chalking out the teeth. So all that citrus and pine, let me rephrase that, all that citrus and fruit is buried under the pine. I don't pick it up. Now, I'm not a super taster, and I don't pretend to be. But I can tell you, I opened the first can of this because I was going to stand here and cook for the last hour and 15. And I said, yeah, you know what, we'll pop this one. It came out of a pack box, right? So it's a Firestone-Walker IPA box. There's this one. The reason I bought it is Luponic Distortion's in there. I love Luponic Distortion. I don't like all of the beers, but I like the fact that they would go out and they would do the work to get the really funky new stuff going on. And this was the first beer I pulled out of there. So you got this, you have Luponic Distortion, Hypnosis, and California IPA. This is actually pretty good too. I drank that last night. But I'm not getting anything with the fruit notes being forward. Everything is buried under pine for me. Just saying. I guess maybe she has warmed up a little bit. $57, and the flavor profile has shifted somewhat. So I could see the grapefruit now. I could see the grapefruit because I don't like grapefruit. Pineapple, tangerine, no. The nose at this point is basically vacant. I'm not getting squadouche, which is kind of surprising. All right, I just dumped a bunch of beer in here, so we're gonna pause. We'll come back. Right now I've got her at 53 or 57, so let's shoot for like 62. Sound good? We shall, my friends, return us and not like MacArthur, because you know.
Don't stop going south, 'cause they'll let you play the music real damn loud. Don't stop heading south. They won't understand the words that are pouring from your mouth. Don't stop going south.
Zach Ryan doing Going South. Album of the same name, it looks like. Okay, no fits all. I do tend to like more of the red dirt and the alt stuff than the Nashville music scene is just garbage. That's where Taylor comes from. And Beyonce got Best Country Album of the Year. It's not fixed. Anyway, we're looking at 64 and some change. Let's see what she wants to show us now. Salute. The nose has actually come up, so there is a nose now, and it's pine. Pine, grapefruit, citrus, maybe. I'd had a hard time picking that out if they didn't tell us, so. Slip of the tongue. We have to. We are gentlefolk after all. Skål. So with the shift, the mouthfeel is actually expanded out. It's still soft palate, intradental, a little bit out into the buccals now. Nothing in the lowers, nothing sublingual. More tongue involvement though, so she's about half the tongue now. She's bittered up. No big surprise. I mean, we've warmed up the oils and the esters, so they should be spreading all over the place like there's no tomorrow. Still, she's pine forward. I'm not picking a whole lot of stuff up on the back end. That being said, I don't like piney beers, and yet for some reason, this one works for me. It's not like these guys pay me, you know. Yeah, there's nothing on the can. Let's see what they put on the fucking top in tiny microscript. God forbid people should be able to read your shit. Beer before glory. Fucking A. Anyway, she's solid. And so when they said the IBUs were 60 on this, she's so well tempered you wouldn't think so. Now that she's warmed up, yeah, I can see it. But if you were drinking her in the 44 to 48 range, you would have never guessed her for a 60. Up in the 60s now, she has gotten a lot more bitter. Then again, I routinely drink my beer inside a cooler, so you've seen the I forget the company with the glass and the cup. But otherwise, I stick them in the brewmates. Is she good for the style? Yes, she's surprisingly good, which is why, just for shits and giggles, I decided to shoot this and post it today. I was like, wow, well, you know, we need to get this one out there. Flavor profile, it's not overly interesting. It doesn't progress. It doesn't do tricks and flips and bells and whistles. It's just solid. Would I buy this beer again? Yeah, I like this beer. Drink this beer again? Wouldn't bat an eye. Try it on tap. You know what? I might need 2 to be able to fully evaluate it in my pseudo persona of the Neil deGrasse Tyson of beer. Thanks to the Jack and Ape that tagged me that. There was another one who told me I was an NPC, by the way. Okay. Just remember, trolls are like wild animals. Don't feed them. Yes, I would really like to try this on tap and full pint, please. Handed this to me out of the cooler, I would say thank you. She's really good. It's a good beer. That being said, while she doesn't have much of a really interesting flavor profile, and she actually is really pine forward, I'm going to give her a 4.75. This is a good beer, man. Now that they told me I'm supposed to be looking for grapefruit, pineapple, and citrus, and unicorn farts, and flying monkeys, and I didn't see them, I knocked half the point off. But otherwise, yeah, no, they did. Good beer. Skål, my friends. I will catch you on the next one, which will be tomorrow for another cider, because it's 80 degrees out today. We're not drinking stouts when it's 80 degrees out. Just not going to happen. It's the wrong season. Always drink seasonally, my friends. Remember, I love you. You're my people. I always want you to be the big 3. I want you healthy, happy, safe, honorable, dutiful, vigilant, gray man, and also hot and handy. Hot and handy comes with its own laundry list of responsibilities. They're blah, 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 blah. Just don't fuck around and make sure you square away. That would be the best way to put it. So, until tomorrow, my friends. Skol.
They won't understand the words that are pouring from your mouth.